Hi, this is Wildflower. This is our trail log of about Lolo Pass to 50 miles or so into Washington. And instead of us sitting here telling you, oh, this is the part where it rained on us, this is where we couldn't see Mount Hood because it was too cloudy, I thought maybe it would be better if we answered some questions. So I got my husband here next to me, and he's going to tell you his trail name.
Yeah, so after doing, I don't know, half the trail maybe? Not quite half the trail. Got my trail name, Kidnapper, because I snagged my nephew and added him to our kids. There are 4, so we had a lot of kids on the trail, and so I think I earned that name. Nobody has more kids on the trail than we do. So, yeah.
Right. All right, and then people have asked us a lot of questions about having our dog with us, and we can talk about the pros and cons of having a dog on a through hike. So we had gone about 1,700 miles, and we hadn't intended to be in Northern California in August, and we just knew it was going to be too hot for Muir. So we sent him home with Adam's sweet sister and her family. They have a fun dog, so Muir's hanging out with them. And there were a few other reasons. You want to talk about those?
No, not really.
Okay.
No. Actually, having a dog on the trail was really nice. I think there were times when I think each one of our daughters kind of wanted an animal to pet for a little comfort. And it was kind of nice just having an extra set of eyes and ears just to, I don't know, keep an eye on things. He's a cow dog, so he likes to herd things. So it was funny because there's one time where I was off the trail digging my little cat hole and taking care of business, and the whole family had gone up ahead, and I thought Muir had gone up with everybody, and I get done with my duties and walk back down the trail, and he's just laying there in the trail waiting for me and ready to hike and catch back up with the family. The downside to having a dog on the trail is sometimes you don't know what they're thinking. So just like that experience where he hung out with me, there's times when for the most part we don't keep him on a leash. If you're going to say something about it, just hold it, because I don't care. I don't put my dog on a leash. He obeys my voice commands, and even if you were to attack me, I could still call him off. So save your typing and naysaying for somebody that cares. But when we're in town, when we're on a busy street, I will put him on a leash. And so there's times when he's been on a leash and he's been with me, and Mindy will be behind me, Wildflower, and he will think that he needs to be back with her, and so he'll just like dig in his feet like a mule and not budge, and you're pulling him and you're like, what the crap, stinking dog.
Oh, here, this part, you just picked him up to cross the bridge of the gods.
Yeah. That's a downside to having a dog on trails, walking across that bridge for like, I don't know how long that is, but you're carrying a mutt in your hands. It sure is a long bridge. But overall, really did like him on the trail. I'd say another downside too was, he was almost as expensive to resupply as a human being was, because you had to buy him like high quality dog food, or puppy chow, or supplement him with some tuna or something else. And a lot of times it didn't come in a pack that was the right size. So you didn't end up having to buy like 2 bags of dog food, or end up buying like one big bag and like putting half of it in like a hiker box, or hoping somebody else would, make use of it. Although I don't know if I'd feed my dog out of a hiker box all that much, but so I mean, when they can only carry like, I think we maxed like 7 pounds, I think, with him in his pack. And so, I mean, pretty much you're always buying like an 11-pound bag of food, and then half of it's going away. So.
And it was hard for me to judge how much he was going to eat. I think I think I would have it down to exactly how much he should carry on a 3 to 6 day stretch, and then he would not totally go on a hunger strike, but just not eat as much or eat a whole lot more, and it was trickier to balance his daily intake than the kids.
Yeah, and he would camel up. We'd get to streams. There would be stuff. In fact, it was really cool. There was like a section up Mission Creek where it was nasty. The water was nasty, and he crossed the trail like 500 times, and but there were spots where he wouldn't drink the water, and so we're like, okay, we're not going to filter water from here. And then there was times when he'd drink the water, and that tended to be better water. So we learned from him which water to filter and which ones not to. So that was nice. Another thing that we found out was he has a rough wear pack, and that pack had made it 1,300 miles, so roughly about half the trail. And the liners that we had inside, just plastic bags with his dog food in it, were coming through. And anyhow, my mom sewed it up and stitched it up for us. We'd kind of patched what we could while we were on the trail, and she darned it. And we ran into some other hikers, and they'd sprayed Flexol. You just buy it at Home Depot in like a can, kind of like a can of spray paint, but it's anyhow, we sprayed that on the bottom part of the pack, not where it sits up against his body, but where it was rubbing really bad. So bottom and the sides, towards the bottom. And even with that pack all worn through and just kind of holding together with what my mom was able to salvage out of it, I swear that if we were to take him on the rest of the trail, it would make it the remaining 1,300 miles. So that was a good hint.
Hello, this is Ladybug. We are doing a fundraiser for refugee families. Check out our link